Hey guys, welcome to the channel if you're new, welcome back if you're a subscriber. Special thanks to all of my patrons. My name's Neil and it's time for the next episode of Taskmaster Norway, to Norwegians known as Kongen Befaler. I am really digging this version of Taskmaster, guys. I think for whatever reason it's just working really well in Norwegian. There's a number of reasons for that in my mind. First of all, they didn't mess with the format. It's just like the original. Same length of episode, same kind of task, the set feels the same, but that's just the starting ground, that's just the foundation. I think two things really sort of make or break the first season of a show like this, where you are taking a tried and true format and doing your own spin on it, your own version of it. You've really got to nail the casting of the Taskmaster and his assistant. And they don't have to be perfect clones of little Alex Horne and Greg Davis. Like that's a loser's game to try and find perfect clones for them, because you're going to come up short. There's magic in that chemistry on the UK version. So the smarter move is to pick different styles that still work. Like you need a Taskmaster who takes control of the set and is enough of an authoritarian type figure that the contestants respect and respond to that. But I would argue the assistant in this format, Ollie, is very different from Alex Horne. He's much more laid back and chill. He's not giving off this sort of subservient energy that Alex is so good at portraying. And I have zero complaints about them because of it. They have good chemistry, but they also work well for the format as a whole. But I think the real key is casting your contestants well. We saw what happened on Taskmaster US when you cast somebody like Lisa Lampanelli, for instance, who is a very good comedian here in the US, but she's an insult comic. She does roasts. She's really good at ripping into her audience. And it's a type of comedy that doesn't necessarily translate globally well, but B, it's the wrong energy to bring to a production like this, where you want a more friendly atmosphere. Like bringing that sort of raw anger and hate is a challenge. Even like some of the UK contestants that have rubbed me the wrong way the most, especially before I got to know them better, when my only exposure to them was Taskmaster. The first time I ever saw James Acaster was on Taskmaster, and it took me a long while to get used to his energy, because he comes off as this angry, frustrated young man. That's his gig, but But even that was nothing compared to like the anger of Elisa. My point being, I'm distracted now. These five are great. There's a good energy. They're all super competitive and thoughtful, and there've been some really creative solutions already. But they all understand that the goal of the show isn't to win. The goal is to entertain. And when they screw up, when they fail, they laugh at themselves. They poke fun at each other, but there's no hostility. There's no anger. It's all in good sport. And that goes a long way to pushing the show towards success. And yeah, I'm really enjoying them. My only comment on the casting of this show is the three guys seem pretty similar. And, you know, part of the challenge is that two of them are brothers. I always get his name wrong. The guy on the far left, the two brothers from Ylvis, Vegnar, is that it? Vengar, and Bård. Yes, one's the slightly nerdier one, but they're brothers. They're going to be have a similar energy. And the other guy, blanking on his name now. He's friends with both of them, so they're all of a similar age. They're all good-natured and funny. I'm sure as I watch more, their personalities will crystallize a little more, and you'll be able to distinguish them a little easier. But at least all their personalities are pleasing right now. I apologize for the dog barking in the hallway. In any case, I'm at that stage where I'm starting to have my favorites in the race. And you have to like Maria. Anyone who makes shoes out of loaves of bread, awesome. But the task that really kind of sealed it for me was the house moving one, where they were given the big plastic playhouse, and they had to move it as far away from the Taskmaster house as possible in 20 minutes. And she didn't try and put it on a truck or wheel it on a motorized scooter or take it on the tram or anything. She just said, you know what? I'm just going to drag it. I'm going to drag it as far as I can. I'm going to put as much effort into this as I can. And she ended up winning by 4 feet. 4 feet further over almost a kilometer. And just by pushing it into the deepest corner of the dead end that she accidentally went down, the cul-de-sac she went down. So, I mean, I love that. I mean, that's like a Hollywood ending to that task. Such a close victory. But that was a ton of fun. But I'm also really digging, and I need to know his name. I have to get his name right. Wenger. Because he is the nerdy one. Anyone who can figure out how to siphon coffee under the gun on a clock with garden hose, awesome. Like, really, really, really smart man. And he brings his own knife to his tasks. Like that. These are the things that I appreciate. So I'm ready to jump into the next episode. I'm excited to see what new tasks we get in this one. This is episode 3 of season 1 of Taskmaster Norway. I wish I knew what the translations were on the envelopes in those opening credits.
Og de som kan vinne denne da som alltid Vegard Ylvisåker.
Hei.
Vegard. I keep throwing an N in there. Vegard. I'll have it.
Dagene skal ta med en ting jeg blir overrasket over at du eier.
Something I'm surprised they own. That's cool.
Ja, jeg synes dette var vanskelig.
Ja.
Jeg har tatt med en butler bell.
Har du butler?
Jeg har ikke butler, han måtte jeg la gå. Null stress, skal vi se her. Jeg har med en broderingsmaskin.
Ikke symaskin?
Ja, det er en symaskin. Du kan ta av broderingssatsen, så blir det en fun fact.
Fun fact.
Bård spilte Nordtug i den forrige programserien, og som du gjorde så godt.
Du broderte den til han? Ja, det må jeg si.
Jeg er med de 72 siste utgivelsene av interiørmagasinet Bo Bedre.
What's Bo Bedre? Is it like a house and home?
Som det skal bli deilig å bli kvitt, eller?
Nei, jeg er svært interiørinteressert.
Jeg har tatt med en ekte fødestol. Det er antikk, og den brukte man til å føde i gamle dager, og den var veldig fin.
Why is this so surprising?
To av sidene her.
Det er risiko å legge den i potten.
Den er gammel, men den har ikke kostet meg en krone, for det er mannen min som har arvet den av sin oldemor, så...
Jeg har med en bollingerflaske.
Bollingeroise. Vet du hva? Du, Bo Bedre, du får en tredjeplass.
Hva?!
Du gjør det. Ja, du gjør det. Vet du hva? Fødestol skal få en andreplass, og så har vi en vinner i det.
Yeah, I mean, Vegard, the embroidery machine, that makes sense. I don't see why the chair is so surprising. Okay. We're bringing in the ducks from the UK version. I love it. Cold.
Det er kaldt.
Yeah.
Så enkelt og greit det.
Oh, we've seen this before.
Tøm bare for vann.
Det er ikke lov å ta
This is actually a great task in the UK version. Okay, empty the bathtub as quickly as you can. No. Yeah, that's a pump, not a suitcase. Why are you using a suitcase? Why not find a bucket? That seems so impractical. How is there not a bucket in the garage? Is she gonna use her shoes? Oh, she's willing to get soaked to do this. I love that there's just neighbors in plain sight. Just frickin' miserable.
9 minutter og 6 sekunder.
Beste for eller by?
Ja,
Best for now. Oh. That's another blower. I don't think a leaf blower is going to do it.
Strøm og vann jo ikke så veldig bra kombinasjon.
He's going to try it anyway. Oh, it's a vacuum. It's a shop vac. Oh. Jeez. This is the second time we've seen a siphon? Yeah, you just... Multiple siphons, though. That's smart. How are there no... Are there purposely... No buckets in the garage? He looks so unamused. Ollie. I think this is more than 9 minutes.
Du får si fra når du er ferdig.
Bit of a disaster area.
15 minutter og 45 sekunder.
Elendig, mann.
Andre plass da, foreløpig.
Does the guitar not have holes in it? What? Multiple siphons. No one has ever used a siphon in the UK version. I'm not sure anyone's ever used... I just used the shovel. I don't think anyone's ever used a siphon in the UK version. No one would ever use a siphon in the American version. Is there not like a kitchen in the house where you could at least get like a big pot or something? Oh, he's like drying it out. What a nerd.
Sverige eller Schweiz eller hva det nå
Neutral.
Vil ta noe standpunkt. Vil jeg gjerne at du skal se at nå jeg happy.
Det jo finsk da.
Ja. Men de var på nazien sin side. I hvert fall I begynnelsen av krigen, og så...
Lurer du seriøst?
Ja.
Were they? Or...
Det jo...
Tørt.
Det fukt. Fukt? Ja. Du valgte å bruke tid på å spørre om krigen, finske krigen, ja?
Ja, men altså...
Det tørt. Jeg driver ikke med sånt.
Ja, stopp tid.
How much earlier could he have stopped it and it would have been fine?
6 minutter.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Nei, jeg skal bare ta...
They're all siphoning. This is crazy. First of all, I am seriously impressed with Norway's education system. That A, everyone knows how to make a siphon. And B, even the comedians know how to make a siphon. Is that working? Like, seriously? I feel like this is the kind of task where if you brute force it, it's the quickest, most effective way.
Så har du...
How did it turn to diarrhea?
Men jeg er spent på om det var noe særlig effektivt.
Nei. Det var jo rett og slett sisteplass.
Sisteplass, ja.
Ja, 16 minutter, 3 sekunder.
Oh man. This is before she cut its arms off. Oh, that's gonna be so frickin' heavy now. Whatever happened to just using buckets? This is a one-time thing.
Shit, den ble tung!
Yeah, it's full of water now. Now what? This is so impractical. She does not like this teddy bear.
Jeg håper ikke barn ser på dette programmet.
You know, it's like the world's most terrible sponge.
Sånn.
Is it dry? It's original. It's
Ja,
comedic.
altså det som I utgangspunktet virker bare å være en veldig, veldig dårlig idé. Det viste seg egentlig bare å være en helt vanlig dårlig idé.
En andreplass?
No. Okay, so we're not going to judge how much water's left in the tubs, because some guys like dried it.
Du leder fremdeles. Nei, jeg tenkte at vi skal ta en tur inn I baklengsland.
The backland. That's a weird translation of something. Is that the backyard? Is that
Hei.
Something else?
Hei. Lag en film som skal spilles av baklengs.
Oh, we're doing the
Den
reverse
filmen
movie.
Atle liker best vinner.
This is like a universal task.
Nedit retterrettsånd. Må starte
One strats emit. Time starts now.
Porno. Porno baklengs. Ja, nei, da trenger man motskuespilleren.
Så du må spille det inn, og så må du snu det, og så må du...
Vigard, you're going down a rabbit hole here, buddy.
Hva er gøyest å putte opp i rumpen da?
What? Oh, she's melting down.
Bare lyst til å putte ting i rumpen.
What is she going on about?
I dag er en dag for å putte
What
ting
is she
baklengs
going...
opp i rumpen.
Okay.
Så din eneste idé, det er den eneste ideen du har. Ting skal inn i rumpa. Der stopper det.
Jeg hadde så lyst til å putte ting i rumpen den dagen.
Håle,
Ja.
har du noen alma vil være i?
Ja, høres
Oh,
Den er klart.
this is great because I'm not even getting bad English subtitles for bad Norwegian subtitles.
Og skal romme.
Å, Gud. Hæ?
Hey, wait.
For en mundo.
Interesting. Interesting. The speaking is a smart challenge. I'm assuming it didn't sound perfect.
Hei!
Ja. Nei!
Pretty well done. Pretty well done. Pretty well done.
Det var dårlig, ass. Det ble mye mer dårlig enn jeg trodde.
Så vil jeg bare kommentere at selv om jeg er med i den filmen, så har jeg ingenting med den produksjonen å gjøre. Jeg har sjelden tatt mer avstand, for det her, det er drit.
What is this? What is going on there? It's just played in reverse.
Det må jeg få lov til å si. Dette skjønte jeg ingenting av.
Fikk likevel applaus.
Ja.
Titelen på filmen er reklame for ryddetablett.
Ja vel.
Oh well.
Oi, 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 for deg da.
Again, subtitles would help. That one is very good. That was good. That was good.
Nå skjønte jeg oppgaven.
En igjen.
Vi har en
Ja,
igjen,
up the
og
butt.
det er jo da
the
Maria
butt.
som var besatt. Nå, altså, men vi skal se
Make us wait.
reklame først.
Make us wait. Here we go. What was that?
Var det magi? Siri, nå har jo du sett alle. Har du noe forslag til hvilken plass du selv havner på? Du får sisteplass på den. det gjør du. Det er ingen grunn til å applaudere det. Jeg tror vi Prosjektet til Maria havner på andreplass. Og en soleklar førsteplass til Bård!
Yeah, Bård deserved that one. I'm not sure Maria deserved 4 there, but it involved the words up in the butt, so... Oh, this is very similar to a UK task too, I think. Knock down as many as you can from behind the line, right?
The Grand Master of the Anna.
Anna is a Norwegian for duck, because ducks in Latin come from the family...
Alle endene skal ned. Du må stå bak
Anidae?
den hvite strekken når endene faller.
Du kan ikke ta på endene. Tiden starter
When
når
the
første
first
and
duck
faller.
falls.
Det er digg, for da
Yeah,
kan,
then you can prepare.
da kan jeg forberede meg litt.
Delicious. The idea is to pull down the supports. So put them all on rope, but you can't touch them.
La oss begynne med Siri.
Alt.
Oh, just going at it. Was she behind the line? Oh, terrible. Terrible. Terrible strategy. Bad. Okay. I don't think that's gonna do it.
Jeg gjør å kaste den høyt opp i lufta mens jeg beina dit. Men jeg kan ikke ta på den. Jeg får ikke kastet den om jeg ikke kan ta på det.
Yeah, you can just scoop it. Get a shovel. But have them all on rope at the same time.
Nei, det blir jo bare å kaste ankeret. Dra det tilbake igjen.
You can go past the line. Just trash.
Det var det ankeret.
No, but you can go get it. Go get it.
På dette uten at noen av endene faller, så er nærmere streken. Opp.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to do that. Yeah, she's disqualified. If any of them fall, she's disqualified.
Nei.
Yeah, disqualified.
Nå er det første anfalt og tiden går.
Yeah, but you were across the line when it fell.
Hvis du liksom går for sånn, jeg skal kaste noe, da er du så idiot.
Yeah.
Nei.
Forberedelse er jo nøkkelen
This is the smart. Oh my god, just trashing stuff. Read the clue. Read the clue well. And see the loopholes. Multiple disqualifications. He's still planning. He's having a sip. This is the solution. That's the brilliant solution. Digging what Bård's doing here. Whoa, jeez. I'd be like genuinely nervous if I was a cameraman on Callie's day.
Klar, ferdig, kjør! Kom igjen! Motherfuckers!
That is not the translation in the subtitles.
Alle nede.
No. You forgot the one in the fountain. You forgot the one in the fountain. Are they all going to be disqualified for not... Is that duck considered down, the big one in the fountain? The Grand Master? Oh, Bård was so close with the ropes, but I think he left the fountain one up. I'm genuinely concerned that they're all disqualified. Hei.
Du sa om at det var hele 9 ender som falt. Det blir 0 poeng på den, dessverre.
Jeg tar den.
Bård, du klarte å få ned alle endene på 13 sekunder.
Okay. Well, the one in the fountain. Okay.
Så la oss se om Vegard klarer å slå det.
They're not all disqualified. Fair enough. Yeah.
Så er jo på en måte den grei.
No, absolutely.
Den kan vi bare ta med
Okay.
litt ekstra
The Ylvis brothers are smart.
Så nå har jeg på en måte laget
Ylvisaker brothers.
Så det blir egentlig 3 tau da.
How is he-
Sjøk. Alt over 5 sekunder blir misfornøyd med.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
Sånn, der er den nede. Quick release. Men det blir sånn.
Oh, he touched. He
Et lite.
yeah, he touched them with his hands. He's disqualified.
Takk for meg.
Oh, he's disqualified.
Så der, og det er oppgaveteksten. Les den.
Ja. Jeg vet hvor du vil.
Ja, men vi vil gjerne gni det inn.
Ja, skjønner. Ikke ta på hendene!
Kan ikke det?
Det er
Yeah. That's the one challenge about reusing tasks from UK. Because if I knew I was going on Taskmaster Canada, I would definitely watch every single season of Taskmaster out there in case other tasks came up and got reused.
Den som har den største ballongen når jeg blåser i denne fløyta, den etter 30 sekunder, den vinner.
I find it interesting that no one has to read the task
2,
here.
1.
Okay, just
Ha en i standby. Det er lov å ha en i standby.
so you want it as big as you can, but not too big, and then hope.
Største vinner.
Satan!
2,
Stop! Stop!
og tid. Yes. Ta bindet.
But it was inflated when the time was called.
Som
Det er
Vegard.
ganske tydelig at Vegard har den aller største ballongen, altså får du førsteplass på den.
I feel like the Elvis brothers definitely watched British Taskmaster.
øverst, Bård på 4 poeng, Maria med 3 poeng, Siri 2, Kalle nederst, og det gir oss den sammenlagte
Explain the
lista her.
scoring. How did Maria get 3 of hers pop?
Betyr det at Vegard er vinneren av dagens program og stikk?
Kan jeg si en ting?
Vi ses neste uke.
If anything, and this is by no means a complaint, but if anything, the contestants on this version are a little too smart, especially the Ilvasaker brothers. I feel like Ed Gamble would get along really well with them. Or at least it would be incredibly competitive between the three of them. Vegard won even though he got disqualified from the rubber duck challenge because he touched them with his hands. But yeah, the ropes is definitely the solution. I know somebody came up with that on the UK version. I can't remember what season it was, so I don't remember who the contestants were, but I definitely remember a very similar task in the original. And that is the challenge of reusing tasks, because we've seen a few now. The emptying the bathtub one was also a reused task, and it gives some competitors the potential of an advantage, because if you've got the time and you're willing to do the research, you can watch seasons upon seasons of prior tasks. I really admire Taskmaster New Zealand for deciding that they will go completely original task. I think that's really smart, but I also think they had to do that because I suspect that the original is aired in New Zealand. That the original British version is aired in New Zealand, and a bunch of people watch it. There's a ton of fans, and therefore a lot of people would be familiar with the UK tasks. Maybe there's not exactly a large segment of the Norwegian population that watches the original Taskmaster. So it's less of a concern. Nevertheless, I'm really enjoying this season. Like I said in the intro, it's a really entertaining cast. The competitors are great. There are some genuinely smart solutions, and yet nobody could find a bucket for the bathtub. And maybe they took all the buckets out of the garage, but there's got to be something better for scooping water than a suitcase or using a giant teddy bear as a giant sponge. My last thought is about the subtitles. And yeah, sometimes they bump because I don't know. I'm trying to figure out whether the subtitles are whether they are an AI generated set of subtitles just based on, translation software, in which case they're going to be a direct literal translation word for word, which is why Bård's name keeps getting mistranslated, or whether they are manually entered. But in any case, I mean, translating language is difficult because it isn't always just this word equals this word and you string them all together and there you go. It's often more important to translate the idea, especially when you're speaking in metaphor and idiom and cultural slang. So I get that they're not always going to be a perfect translation, and I'm okay with that. Some of the fun is trying to figure out what they were trying to say when you read the subtitles, because it just doesn't quite match, and you're like, what could that mean? I don't always know. So some jokes definitely miss me, and some of the translations are a little off, but I'm certainly getting enough of the show that I'm really enjoying it. I do wish they spent a smidge more time explaining the scoring, like, you know, just for example, in that last one, the in-studio task blowing up the balloons. Why did Maria come third if hers popped? Was it based on the size they were the moment they called time, or what? You know, just tell me why. Curious minds want to know. I'm a Taskmaster geek, and the more data I have, the better. But I am really, really enjoying this. I'm having a blast. I'm going to go watch another episode right now. You'll get to see that reaction next week. Until then, everybody, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.